Hello everyone and welcome to another Tutorial Thursday. My name is Swiss and for this week we're going to be going over Z-Nade Nikita. I'm actually surprised I never made a video of this, but someone tagged me in the Snake Discord and I forgot who did, but whoever did, thank you. And so we'll be making this video about Z-Nade Nikita. So if you guys like the content, like and subscribe. Other than that, let's go ahead, let's dive right in and let's get it. So the Z-Nade Nikita is basically exactly what it sounds like, and it's going to be doing a Z-Nade into a Nikita, and that's basically it. Now, if you guys don't know how to Z-Nade, I have made a video on that, so feel free to check that out. But for anyone here that maybe does not want to go back and watch the video, generally, just a quick summary of how to do the Z-Nade. What you're doing is you're shielding. You're pulling out grenade, you're shielding, and then you're jumping and pressing the Z button. And if you do it fast enough, then you can grab the grenade instantly. Or you can map a shoulder button, mine's is L, to jump. And basically, if you press the L and the Z button together as a buffer right when you pull the grenade, then you'll instantly have it in your hand. Don't do it too quick or you'll get a neutral layer, as you guys saw right there. And that's basically it. So after you do the Z-Nade, you could then pull out the Nikita, and then that's just pretty much what the tech is. Now you can also shield drop the grenade, pick it up, and then pull out a Nikita. But one thing to mention is that most people prefer the Z-Nade method because of the fact that you're getting a grenade in hand as soon as possible, and that way you're able to pull out the Nikita as soon as possible as well. Now you can also do like a you could kind of like do this, and that's like another way of doing it in a sense. But yeah, this is the most preferable way, because if you shield drop it and you jump forward, let's say, that grenade is abandoned, so you have to like stand your ground and do it that way. So after you're able to Z-Nade Nikita, you obviously have options. You could go forward with it, you could just stay in one spot, or you could jump back and do it. It's really all dependent on the situation. So if you want to use it as like an offense, let's say, to just kind of get in a little bit closer, then you could do that. Or if you want to play more defensive, you can jump back and then do it. That's a usual option as well. And if, let's say, I'm back here and I don't want to jump back, then obviously you just do it that way. So without moving, that is. So why is this technique, or why is this tech good, right? What does it provide Snake? Well, it provides Snake a couple of things, right? And the main thing is it helps cook a grenade while also having a Nikita in front of you that you're canceling. So like if someone needs to run in and hit you or something like that, very similar to Ryu, let's say, that's going to normally stay grounded when they try to come in. They have to deal with that Nikita in front of them. So either they respect that or they run and get hit by the Nikita. And then at that point, you have a cooked grenade that you could just throw at them. Now, with the Z-Nade Nikita, you do want to cancel it. Basically, you want to be ready to cancel it, because otherwise, if you don't, then you're going to get hit by your own grenade. And the reason for that happening is obviously because Nikita has like a really long end lag. So that's why you have to be ready to pretty much cancel it. Now, after canceling the Nikita, then you just want to throw the grenade, obviously. And then that's pretty much it. I like to use the C stick to throw it, or use a smash input to throw it, because then the grenade is pretty much cooked, and then you're going to get the grenade thrown at them as quickly as possible. So as an example, this is a regular throw. You can see how it bounces and how long it takes to get to the opponent. And then this is a C-stick throw, or a smash input. You can see that it travels faster. It doesn't touch the ground at all. So basically, you're getting the grenade to the opponent as quickly as possible, and also away from you as soon as possible, in case in any chance that the grenade is about to blow up, let's say, If you use the C stick, it'll travel faster, so that way you have less risk of just blowing yourself up. So yeah, so there's that. Now, the other reason why you would want to do it is also versus projectiles. And so let's say like he's got this Hadouken, right? And I could basically use the Nikita to block the Hadouken, and then you throw the grenade to basically punish them for using their projectile of choice. Now, this isn't going to work on every projectile. Like, it's not going to work on Mega Man's Razor Blade or anything like that. But it'll help with, like, Belmont's Cross, Ryu's Hadouken, or Ken's Fireballs with Mario or Luigi. It could help against that, too. You know, it's really all dependent on what the projectile is. It also helps on Samus. But it's not going to work on something that has high priority, like, let's say, K. Rool's Crown. So, you know, it's not for every projectile. It just depends on the projectile itself. So definitely lab that to understand, you know, when you want to use Z-Nade Nikita. Now, if you want to see this tech used in any sets, or like, you know, be able to analyze sets or anything like that, I highly recommend watching Shogun and Dio. Now, they tend to use that option pretty often. Mainly Shogun, though. Shogun uses it the most. We obviously know that from watching Shogun's run in Congo Saga from last year. So if you guys want to go back and watch his VODs on Congo Saga, or his matches, I should say, then you'll be able to see how he's using it, when he's using it. And definitely, when you see him use it, make sure that you're understanding why is he using it, how is he using it, and what is he doing after. That way you can understand fully how the Z-Nade Nikita works. But generally, Shogun likes to use Z-Nade Nikita, 1 for cooking, and 2 to stop the opponent from coming in. One thing that he mentioned is that it's very helpful against characters that play super rushdown, like as an example, Joker, like when he has Arsene. You know, they're generally just going to want to run in and try to hit you with aerials, dash attack, etc. So if you have the ability to do Z-Nade Nikita, that's just a good defense. So you could do this, cancel it like immediately, and then throw it. Or if they're a little bit farther, you could have it out a little bit longer, but not too long, obviously, or you risk blowing yourself up. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, the more that you play with it in training mode too, you'll get used to like how long you can have the Nikita out before you actually need to cancel it and then throw it. So that's one thing I highly recommend practicing as well. Just practicing the Z-Nade Nikita, and then once you're used to doing it, then understanding how long do you need to have Nikita out before you have to cancel it and then throw it. Now, you don't have to throw it as well, obviously. Like, if I have it out for too long, let's say, I could still, like, shield if they're going to be close. Generally, Snake players, we're going to want to throw it, but, again, you don't have to throw it. You can still shield, and then that way, if they get by the Nikita, let's say they jump at you, then you could shield, have that grenade as a counterplay for them jumping in at you, and then going from there. It could also be used for edge guarding as well, if you would like. But you can't really do too much, obviously. So as an example, let's say like I got him off stage, I could do Z-Nade Nikita, do that, and then shield. And that's pretty much like another edge guard setup. Or you could like cancel the Nikita above ledge, and then you could be at roll distance and shield while the grenade blows up. It's really all dependent what you want to look for. But that is another option. It's not like the best option. From what I've watched and from what I played with, I think personally it's mainly good for the neutral. Mainly the neutral is where the tech shines, in my opinion. And you can still like jump in. Like you could still jump in with the Nikita if you would like. Get this, do this or something, and then, you know, the rest is history. So you could do something like that if you would want as well. Obviously, there's a lot of options that you have, whether it's canceling it, throwing it, looking for a back air, or just hitting them with it, running up shielding, and then going for a neutral air or something. Or getting in super close. Or you could, like, do the Nikita, Z drop it, and so on and so forth. So there's obviously a lot of options that he has towards the Z-Nade Nikita. It's just something you have to play around with, and then obviously, like I always say, test it in training mode, get used to the muscle memory and doing the tech, understanding how it's used, how to cook the grenade, how long to keep the Nikita out, and then at that point taking it to matches, messing around with it, seeing if it works. I will also say it's not for every matchup. It's not going to be for every matchup, but it is just a good option to have, a good option to cook grenades, a good option to mix up your neutral game as well, and pretty much taking it from there. So I hope you guys learned something as far as the Z-Nade Nikita goes. I hope you guys try it out. Let me know what you think about the tech in the comment section down below, and also other ways that you like to use the Z-Nade Nikita as well. Again, my name is Swiss. I have other social media platforms down below: Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, etc. And thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye now.
Never duplicate you, never multiply two. Everyone copy and paste, mask all up in on their face. This fantasy MP haste, they are cool with their complacent. You feel it in you, then you brush it off you. Insignificant, but you got something we want, and your whole life is a taunt, cause you will not just comply. Waking up for your day.